And we're back. Welcome back to Original GM. I'm Hupahu. Once again, joined with the gang. Patty ho.
Hey ho. Hello.
I feel a little more relaxed about this episode. I was a little worried last episode for you guys.
It's a little more chill.
A little more chill. As you can see, the outline is a lot more chill. You guys are just hanging out in Mirabilia.
Queensland.
Or Queensland, sorry.
I swear to God, if we're actually in memorabilia, this has been a dream of fucking time.
I'm sorry, see? It traumatized me.
Bro.
That's what happened. You know, I hope you guys do well. I'm on your side. Yeah. It's crazy how things ended up. I mean, he had the power to kill you all. It just didn't go that way.
Dice gods
He missed,
rolled in my favor, man.
it's dice gods, yeah, because I mean, if he'd have made his magic resistance versus that blood magic spell, none of that would have happened. Eden would not have zoomed in there probably, and
Probably not.
then again, she might have. You never know.
You never know what would have happened.
But he would have been able to strike her. So
Yeah.
Godwin's arrow put him down on his knee with a natural 20. That was beautiful.
Go Godwin.
Hey, one to the nuts, one to the knee. That's all you're gonna do, really.
So anybody that leveled, let's go ahead and for hit points.
Points. Eden and Zira. Eden leveled twice.
Damn. Well, she deserved it. So
That was pretty cool.
Seth rolled a 7.
4.
10.
yeah, you got to reroll.
7. So
You got to reroll.
3, 10, and 1 more. 5.
You got to reroll.
9.
That's what I'm talking about. Zed and Godwin.
10 and 9. Damn. All right.
Nice. Anybody else?
0.
0.
Eden
Double
now
the
has
necromancer.
179 hit points.
Nice.
I think it's a D8. You think I'd know the fucking answer to that by now? Hold on, let me double check. Yeah, it's a D8. Sorry. Should not have rerolled that. She had 8 hit points.
All right. Congratulations for going the level. Those that didn't, that got close, there's time. Speaking of time,
Taking.
if you guys remember where you were?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Heading up to the ship.
Some of us.
Some of us, yeah.
Bay's going to talk to Dustinian, Willow, and let you guys know.
On the way up there, Eris wants to telepathy Sal one more time and be like, hey, by the way, do you know how to get a hold of Durza? Or do you know where she is?
There's
The Druids.
they're usually in their circles.
She's the new keeper of the old faith. On the good side.
Do you know where her druid circle is?
I do, but I can't leave the castle. And I tried to telepathy her with a druidic stone in it,
Servants.
and it didn't work.
You have tons of servants. What? Am I your errand boy?
No, you're the Lord of Cats. I just assumed that you Never mind.
You would assume that I could just telepathy.
No, that you would have contact with the keeper of the old faith.
Look, I've got so much fucking going on right now. The last thing I'm worried about is some fucking druid.
Thank
Really?
you, Sal. Thank you. I'm sorry.
Just
Goodness. It's bitchy. That's great. She's not just some druid, she's a fucking keeper of the old faith. And he's the fucking Lord of Cats.
And the last time you talked to him, you told him that you have no.
yeah. Last time you talked to him, you told him a lot of shit. You think he's yeah. Anyway, that's what he said. So
Yeah.
probably upsets him. Like, he's never talked to her like that.
Okay. He's a kid late or something. God.
You're slaying me.
That's all we need is more puppies running around.
Kittens, you mean?
No, puppies. This is Sal. Palestinian would be kittens.
So Eris will go up with them to the ship.
Okay. So it's going to be Zed, Risa, Kara,
Duh.
Dahl, Ren, and Paris. Alright. I don't know who the fuck that is. Hidden right there. Huh. Okay. Desiccated man.
Super pleased with that, by the way. Couldn't tell.
I can tell. Okay, so the six of you head upstairs, right?
Yeah.
And you go into the top floor.
Lily would excuse herself. They're done eating.
Okay.
Just so would Godwin and they at that point.
Okay. They would excuse themselves?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go up to the room.
Okay. Alright, you guys come in.
Nice.
It's like, oh, a little bit different. It looks more menacing over my shoulder though. That's way creepier, to be honest with you.
What'd he say?
He changed his backdrop. He said that's way creepier. He changed it to Zed.
Oh, it's on Zed now? Cool. Alright, so you guys come up and it's Zen and Sejord and Kazav and Rosa sitting up there. Just to your south is that, portal that goes to the ship. Well, gateway, doorway, whatever. You guys walk in and Sejord would stand up, nod, and walk over to Ren, and he's like, is everything all right?
Yeah. Just some new information.
Okay.
I don't know what's gonna happen with the assault. We're waiting to hear from Bay. So.
Rosa says, Admiral, anything that you need from me?
Not at the moment.
Very well. Sejord looks at you, and then he looks at Eris, and then looks back at you. Like, what the fuck's she doing here? You know what I mean? The queen said.
Sejord.
Actually, at that point, he would say, Your Majesty. he would bow, and then so would Zen, and so would Kazav. They'd stand up, and Sub Rosa or Rosa, she would watch them do it and then like do it, you know. But when she does it, she doesn't do it like a girl. She does it like a boy. She's watching Kazav do it. So
Eris would smile. She would say, "No worries, guys. I'm just here to observe. Just
Zen would sit back down.
conduct yourselves as well. You're fine."
So George would as well. Kazav will kind of walk over to you and he'll say, "You had said that you wanted to talk with me."
Yeah, you had mentioned there was something you wanted to talk about concerning.
Unfortunately, whatever I said to you, I have no recollection. He looks over at Rosa. He says, "Rosa's been trying to fill me in by showing me videos, illusionary videos of my discussions with some of you, but there aren't that many of them." He looks over at Rand. He's like, "There are 0 of us."
That actually makes sense.
Anyway, I wished I knew what it was that I needed to or wanted to discuss with you.
Eris would say, it was in reference to time magic.
Well, I do know a few things about it. He kind of goes like that, and he's like, for instance, and you see him go, and you see the staff appear out of nowhere, and he looks over at the staff, and he looks at you. And then you see him kind of turn his head and look past you at Zed, and kind of frown for a second.
You can tell if people are out of time. She smiles at him, right? She glances at the staff.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That makes sense. You know, for once, I am not. And she'll kind of do a little. Quite proud of that, actually.
He turns and looks around the room, and then he stops and looks at Doll, and he says, "And she is as well. Not as far as he is." And he looks over at Zed, "But she is out as well.
I'm aware.
That makes them both very vulnerable. Perhaps I should put protections on both of you." You yourself could cast one simple spell, and neither one of them would exist here any longer.
Yeah.
Any bard of your circle or slightly under could do the same.
Mm-hmm.
They should have protections for them.
Does he seem normal? He doesn't seem.
He does seem normal. He does seem
She would telepathy
Okay.
Zed.
okay.
You said that they weren't going to do that right now, right?
Yeah, they were said they were going to give me time.
Okay. I want to let him do that to you guys, but I'm worried because of the information. Okay.
If now is not the time, then and you seem kind of giggle, then we could do it later. It's no worries.
So Delara would go back to the comeback in, right? That's where
You
she
don't
would
know.
go.
You really don't know.
Or would she go all the way back to the Nexus event
Maybe.
when she was split in half?
Maybe. You don't know.
She'll say, I'll let you know.
Very well, Your Majesty. And he walks back over here and sits down. And he's like, before he sits down, he's like, "Admiral, if there's anything you need, just let me know. I'm sorry that we couldn't retrieve our conversations. However, Rosa and I are discussing some things, and I'm learning a lot. So if you don't mind, I would like to continue."
Absolutely.
Wonderful. He sits back down.
Hers will telepathy back.
Okay.
Hey. Zap seems to think that the 2 individuals that are out of time that are here, that's a huge weakness. And I didn't even think about that. But I wonder if we shouldn't have Dusty put some protections on them, because he seems to think he can.
I'm talking to him, and he's telling me that it would not be a problem to put any ruins on. Zed, that he could put an obedience or on Kazav. He could put an obedience rune on him, and he could also hide it where it could not be detected.
Okay.
He said he'd be happy to do that for us.
We would have to speak to him first. But
He
yes,
seems to already know what's going on.
does he?
Yes.
How do you think he would feel about protecting Dalaran and Zed from being able to be put back in their correct timeline with a spell? Have we talked to him?
For them to be put back in their timeline?
Neither Dalara and Zed, neither one of them are in their correct.
Well, they're not going to be.
Exactly, but you know, any bard of my level or slightly lower could put them back in the right timeline with a simple spell. Just that it's dangerous, because I have offered to put protections on them from that.
They should be protected from that, but to bring them back permanently to this time might cause some issues.
Right, of course. No, just protections from them being sent to that.
I'll ask him and see if there's anything like that.
Okay.
Reese is up. Admiral? Are we going on board?
Yep.
Here. She waits for the queen.
Eris would say, lead the way, guys.
Okay. All right. So you guys head and you go over towards the gateway and go through it and into the Sub Rosa. When you come into the cargo room of the Sub Rosa, it's spotless. The only thing there is Zed's ship. Everything else is out of there. And Dazar's there when you come in. He's like, Admiral, Your Majesty. And he big frost giant, half frost giant. Your Majesty.
Oh.
It is an honor to serve you in the country of Queensland, or the country of, yes, Queensland, right?
Yeah.
Yes, the country of Queensland. And may I please, may I give my condolences for the death of the Queen, the old Queen.
Thank you.
Is there anything I can help you with, Your Majesty?
You're okay. Thank you.
Admiral?
Red will smile at him. Good job, Tazar. It looks really good in here. You did good.
Thank you. Thank you. I feel better. And he
Sure you
smiles.
do. It seems like it.
But this thing,
That's why we're here. What?
I was told by His Majesty that no one is to touch or inspect this.
Eris and Sam. That's why we're here.
Um,
He sent us up here.
he looks nervous for a second, and he's like, very well.
Eris looks like They.
Yeah.
Tell Tazar that we're here to inspect the ship. He's so nervous right now. He can barely.
Oh, yes, of
He
course.
can barely function.
Dusty says that he will be on his way. He's coming.
Okay.
I've actually convinced him to come. He says he wants to see the castle, the keep.
Okay.
He's
Should I
interested in what it looks
tell
like.
Renara to go talk to Kazav, or?
I don't know. I'll let you know when he
Or
gets
do
here.
you want her to be there?
I don't know. Let me talk to Dusty when he gets here and mention. You know how he is.
I want to say hi to Dusty. Please
He's going
let
to
me
be
know.
very unfocused. You know how or very focused,
I do.
but not on what we want him.
I would really like to see Dusty, so please let me know when he gets here. Or he's just gonna leave.
I'll let you know.
Don't forget to tell Tazar.
Oh yeah,
And Eris will just look at Tazar and smile and wait.
Your Majesty.
Thank
You're most
you.
gracious, Your Majesty.
I'm gonna giggle.
I must report that Penitent tried to pull rank. We have been in an argument for several hours about this situation.
Ren will say over the ship.
Yes, Admiral.
Mm.
He's tried to come and inspect it several times, and I've had to tell him no. And of course, he outranks me, so he's very upset. He's anyway. It's been a situation.
Randall telepathy
Okay.
penchant.
Yeah,
Will you come to the cargo bay, please?
absolutely.
So, listen.
Yeah.
I know that you want to inspect the ship. There
Oh,
were
please,
orders.
please.
There were orders from the king, and you need to respect those.
He didn't tell me it was from the king.
He didn't tell you that?
No,
It was.
he just said he had orders.
So, yeah.
I thought it was you.
No.
Okay.
But that's okay.
Next time, just ask me.
Well, I didn't. If you're, yeah, you said,
I understand.
yeah, you get, yeah. I've given you reason not to trust me, so I just assumed that's what it is. I'm headed that way now. He comes up to the door right next to you guys. Do I need to pull the map up?
Ren has her 80 feet out.
You guys all
80
know
feet.
what it looks like, right?
Yeah, we know what it looks like. I don't need it. I'm good. Ren has Calico out 80 feet.
Okay. All right.
How far does balls go out?
Uh,
I never read it down.
60 feet?
Those double up on each other?
No. Do they double up? Yeah, kinda. I don't know how to say it. Like,
Do they stack?
if somebody's attempting to get through one of them, they got to get through both of them.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was asking.
So yes, they do. Zed, you're staying in a cargo bay, and the ship basically reacts to your bracelet as you're standing there. It doesn't do anything, but it's like a connection because you're in close proximity. You realize it'll open up the ship for you to get into it. It's like waiting for that. It's like a connection somehow.
Is there still like netting on it or whatnot, or is it just kind of there?
Is there what?
Is there like any cargo netting or security straps or anything like that on it, or is it just like?
No, it's just sitting there.
I mean, he'll try to make the connection to open the cockpit.
Okay, it opens.
That was me, for the record. To put that
You
out.
guys, yeah, okay, yeah. He tells you that's him. It opens up like a fighter jet, basically.
Ren would say to Anthony, I want you to be very, very careful. Don't do anything without consulting one of us.
How did that happen? How did you do that?
This and this.
Bracelet.
Yeah.
The bracer did it.
Yes. You can do a lot of things.
I bet Sub Rosa could open it as well. Then
No. She used to have a bracelet.
yes, I know that she is able to absorb knowledge and information. Thought perhaps maybe since she had the bracelet at one point, she might have absorbed that. How do I say this? She's been able to absorb certain things that I did not expect her to be able to do.
This is all out loud.
Yes, he's saying it out loud.
Kara's listening, but she's also going around the ship looking at everything.
Okay.
She's basically
Eris would
studying.
say she's a Neo. Just kind of raise her eyebrow.
There's a silence in the room.
Like
Nobody responds to it.
Mm.
You're
a
studying it.
statement.
It's stealth technology. When you look at it, the way that it's made, it's stealthed out. Like it.
Okay.
When you look at the plates and things like that, you realize that they're made of some kind of material that magic may not work on. It's not Vibram, but it's something like that. It's similar to it. You've
Okay.
never seen this material before.
I mean, she's making mental notes of everything. I mean,
Okay. Yeah. If you're just visually looking at it, that's really all you pick up, except for the fact that it has uh, no visible weapons and no visible propulsion. Like it doesn't have, as you're going around it, you don't see a helm, you don't see anything.
because she doesn't want to touch anything.
Yeah.
And there's nothing indicating any kind of shielding or
No. Penitent walks up to you though, as you've said that to him. He walks up. He's like, interesting, isn't it?
very.
See that there's no propulsion system on it whatsoever. I see no helm. I have not detected anything on it. This is the first time. Can I look in it? Can I look in the cockpit? He says.
Don't touch anything. I pushed one lever a millimeter and I went 1,000 years in the future. So maybe don't.
Okay, I will not touch anything.
What does that ball do?
Ball.
On the far side of the seat.
You're talking about the
Is that round thing on the
yeah. He asked you that, Zed,
she?
or she'd asked you that.
Yeah, he just talks about how using the bracelet can bring up basically the HUD type thing that pops up. There's basically controls operation for part of the ship. I'm not entirely sure how to use it as just a normal spaceship at this point. Like I said, I put my hand there and it gave me pretty much a HUD guideline, and then I touched a lever and time travel.
So the joystick is what you touched.
Yeah,
That's what made you pushed it forward or backward.
forward.
Oh. And you went back in time.
No.
No, you went forward in time.
Yes.
So
1,000 years.
you're able to operate this without a helm?
Yep. I didn't try
So-
the pedals. I don't know. I don't know if those are more for the propulsion.
So that bracelet works as a helm.
This bracelet does a lot of things.
Like what?
I mean, could he teleport into the cockpit from here?
The thing makes you teleport?
I can call the ship. I can control it from where I am, bring it to me, or bring myself to it. This bracelet being charged lets it time travel.
So it's attached to the bracelet.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're encoded specifically to individual bracelets, or if that one will command any of them.
There seems to
They both-
be. They don't seem to be very common in the future because it was, this one. Not everybody was running around with these bracers.
So perhaps
There were at least 3 of these ships, or ships like them, that were docked there.
what other ships do they have? Penitent says.
A being absolutely massive one, and then one that's built into an asteroid. Their main base is built into a giant, massive asteroid.
So there's a giant one just like this, but bigger.
And what was it like the?
Yeah, it was made out. It was made out of the same material, and it was.
It was like a frigate-sized ship that was made out of the same material, and it was heavily manned and gunned.
So you know that the thing was about 1,700 feet long, almost 2,000 feet long.
So yeah, like 2,000 feet long.
Whoa.
They have several fleets in there that they feel they could bring back and completely wipe out the enemy, if that helps you tell anything. Like it was a simple chore. So
Made of this same stuff?
I imagine most of them, yeah.
Hmm.
That is troublesome.
Admiral, I've never seen this material before.
Me either.
I can tell you that it is immune to any magic.
So
Thereby immune to any kind of detection. It's very similar to Vibram,
yeah,
but it's not. It's darker, more lighter, not as dense as Vibram is. It's like the reverse of the metal that improves magic.
Ares would say vulcanite.
Vulcanite, yes, it's like the reverse of that.
So it deadens it rather than improves it and strengthens it.
Yes. I would very much like to take it apart and look at what's inside.
Ares would say no.
Very well, Your Majesty. Very
Start looking around at observation. See if there's anything that nobody's noticed.
Big as the ship.
roll observation.
Yes.
How big is it? It's a single main craft around, what did we say, Zed? It was like 16 feet?
Yeah, or something like that.
Like 16 feet.
it's about the size of the Euros.
Mhm.
And
Can I
Zed
get-
looks at the Eris, like Your Majesty. I don't know how much of the schematics and information that the Rosa did obtain and store while wearing this bracelet until I took it off.
Okay.
You notice that there are small valley or indentations on the underneath side of it in 3 different spots. 2 on the front and 1 in the middle on the bottom. Like the metal is warped in just a little bit. Very odd.
She'll point it out.
Pin
And when Zed,
look. Zed, you know that's where the weapon systems come out.
those are for the weapons when they're ready to be engaged.
Okay.
You haven't used them yet, but you had access to them when you were in the ship.
I never fired them, but did have access to them if I needed to. I suppose.
They will say, Eris, Dusty's here.
Okay.
Um,
This is crazy, Meg.
yeah.
Yeah.
I met him. He's in the garden with me right now. He said there's too many people, and he's not comfortable with the way the paladins are everywhere. They're watching him. He doesn't like that.
So in that room that's right outside the ship is Rosa, Kazav, to Jordan, Sen. I could have Renara bring them in here, and then it would just be Kazav and Rosa, and then I could come out there.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I'll take him up there.
She would ask Rem to
Okay.
have so Jordan
Okay.
come in the ship
All right.
and give that room to
Okay.
her.
These guys off to the side.
Ren would, and then Eris would say, I'll return shortly.
So Zen and Sajord would come on the ship?
Yeah.
Okay. They come on the ship.
Eris would tell them, I'll return shortly.
Okay.
She'll walk out.
All right. Don't know if I have a token for Dusty.
Yeah, you do.
Do I?
You do. Yeah. There's what's left these days. Be sweet.
Yeah.
Can you make yourself invisible? And then stay here and listen to these guys for me, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. Don't be found out.
Okay,
There's a
mistress.
warlock in that room.
Okay, mistress. I'll do my best.
Listen. Listen to everything they're saying.
Okay.
And then she'll walk out.
Where's he at? Do you know?
In her boot. Oh, he should be in the NPCs folder. Dusty.
He doesn't have a hex. But,
He doesn't. He has a normal
Okay.
picture though.
all right, so I'll bring him in as a picture. There's Dusty. Seen him in a while. So yeah, Bay will bring him in here, and
Eris will come.
okay.
You saved Val and Reva's ass.
So many times.
No, I mean like recently.
Oh. Yeah, recently, yeah.
Recently.
Okay.
When she walks in, she'll smile at Dusty and say, "Hi, friend."
Hi, friend. How's my friend?
I'm good.
He
How's
gives
my
you-
friend?
He gives you a look and then kind of looks down to the floor and then looks up at Kazav and looks back down. Kazav is like nervous, looks nervous.
Eris will say, "Hey, let me talk to Kazan, okay?"
I'm gonna leave.
She'll walk over and she'll sit down next to Kazan. She'll say, "Hey,
Dusty walks past you and goes over to the pool table and looks at it.
I know that we don't know each other very well, Kazan.
Yes, you're nice. That's true.
But there's some things going on that I don't think you know about. And what I want to do is protect you."
I'm in danger from him, aren't I?
And I'd like to protect you from such
Very well. Of course.
just,
What do we need to do?
just accept his spells.
He looks back at Dusty. Dusty's got a pool cue in his hand, and he's holding it and looking at the balls, confused. Like he's like,
Oh, come on, I could have played pool with somebody. Could teach him.
he goes over and starts looking in the pockets.
She'll die.
He goes to each pocket and looks in it. Then he sets the pool cue back down on the table and then turns and looks over and goes, I'm ready.
Ready?
I'm ready.
She'll accept his spells, okay?
Very well, Your Majesty.
All right.
He walks up to him and he says, You should probably sit down. This is gonna hurt. Kazav looks at you and he's like, okay. He stays sitting down and Dusty looks at him. He's like, best place. Can you open your shirt? Can you open your robe, your shirt, or your chest? I need to see your bare chest. Bare chest is where it should go. Right there on the bare chest. And he's like, takes off opens up his shirt and opens his robes and looks at him, and Dusty's like, this will hurt. And he reaches out.
Fucking Dusty, man. Love that.
He hits him with an obedience ruin, and Kazav goes completely unconscious with a scream. Out in the chair. As he starts to fall, Dusty picks him up with his hand. He just goes with telekinesis or something. I'm not sure what picks him up. I told him it would hurt.
You did.
It will hurt when he wakes up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is there anything we can do for him for the pain? Is there anything I can give him?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No. It will hurt for a long time. A
Thank
couple
you.
days.
Thank you.
He might not be okay for a couple days.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's good to know. We can put him
It's
down.
best if he sleeps.
Okay. Well, there's no better place for him than here, so.
I'm not done.
Oh,
Dusty needs to make it disappear.
okay.
All right. He casts another spell and then touches his chest. And when he opens it up, you see.
Can she memorize what that ruin looks like?
She could.
Through Legends and Lore?
She could. Yeah, you see the ruin and exactly what it looks like. You can look it up. It's in Quantum Mage Obedience Ruin.
The level? I know I would ask you that. It's fine. I'll find it.
Mm.
You're good.
I don't remember first, second, maybe
Third.
third. He makes it disappear, and then he sets him telekinesis him to where he's in the chair solid, and he's like, Dusty's done.
Thank you, Dusty. So, one more thing.
It's pretty. The ground is pretty. He looks down at the floor. So it's pretty.
Thank you, Dusty. I think so too.
Like the colors.
I do too.
Vase matches.
It does match. That's right. So, one more thing. Delara and Zed,
That's two more.
two more things. They are out of.
They already told me.
Okay. What do you think? Can you protect them from being,
Not from everyone.
but from some people?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready to do that?
They're not here.
They're here. I can get him here in just a minute. She'll telepathy Delara and Zed and say, hey guys, can you come here?
Of course.
She'll look-
I do have a question though.
What?
You just when you brought up him going, your little buddy going invisible with Inviso sight with like dark elves, is it just like always automatic, or does it have to be engaged? I was just curious. It just brought up the question.
With Drow or with Dark Elves. So, sorry, we can call them Drow now.
I will not concede.
If you have Inviso sight, you have to invoke it.
Okay, I was just curious.
It's a principle at this point.
You don't constantly see with Inviso sight unless you say that's what you do. You feel me?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to complicate things, but I guess the soldier or marine would scan rooms constantly.
Yeah. Yeah, just tell me that you're doing that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so with the sites, there are different types of sites, and you can invoke those and take them on and off. So your
Yeah, I was just curious where it was kind of part of obviously ancestry and whatnot. So I was just when she made it, she brought it, kind of triggered the question in my head. So I just wanted to ask it real quick. So.
your default is dark sight or whatever, the night vision. That's your default.
So Dallas, I'm sorry. I'm being summoned.
Thank you.
As the mother, please don't
What?
touch me. He was just saying the same thing that he was being
I
summoned.
said, as am I, please don't touch nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Looking directly at Penton.
Kara's like,
Dark sight is
Thanks.
the one that allows you to see in magical darkness. Night vision is the one that allows you to pick up cold.
Do you hear that?
Yep.
Okay. But Inviso sight will see invisible creatures. So let me be more pointed on this, okay? Inviso sight is actually seeing on a border plane that's next to you, because invisibility is not just disappearing on the prime material plane. Invisibility or Inviso shift is actually moving to another plane.
Mhm.
So you would not see the things that you see on the prime material plane if you were constantly using Inviso sight.
Two people are on the invisible plane, they can see one another.
Yeah, and if another person's on the invisibility plane and you are too, you can see each other without Inviso sight. Okay, so you guys leave and go into the next room?
Yeah.
Zed and Delara.
Eris would introduce them to Dusty.
All right, you guys come in and you see a quantum mage. She's got one eye that's an hourglass. His right ear, he's elven, but his right ear is all ripped off. The top of it is completely ripped off. And
Eris would say, Zed, Delara, this is Dusty. It's nice to meet you,
Pleasure.
Dustinian.
nice to meet you.
He's going
Thank
to
you.
help to protect you guys. from
You look over and see Kazab passed out in a chair.
What kind of protection, Your Majesty? She's kind of looking at Kazam like,
he's asleep because of keeping him from being taken over by the other Kazam.
Dusty protected him by controlling him. It can, well, I won't control him unless he's controlled. And then when I control him, when he's controlled, I'll tell the person that's controlling him that he can't tell that I'm controlling him. Makes sense, right?
Absolutely.
But that's not what I'm going to do to you. What I'm going to do to you won't hurt.
What are you doing this?
He's going to make it to where most people won't be able to put you guys back in your correct timelines against your will.
I can't do it with time gods. I can't do it with some artifacts. I know people have artifacts. They can do it, even with my spell. But my spell will take care of it for most people. He won't be able to see you anymore. Like he saw you earlier.
Mm-hmm.
He saw you earlier with the staff. He saw you. He won't be able to see you. You ready?
Yes.
Big deep breath. Cast a spell on you. All done. Your turn. Big deep breath. You're done.
Okay.
All right.
This one kind of giggle.
Dusty's done. Bye. Nice to meet you.
Thank
Have
you,
a good day.
Dusty. Thank
And he
you,
turns
Dusty.
and walks out. He goes up this way.
Are you going to be here for a while, or are you leaving?
He stops at the door, and when you say it, he's like,
You're welcome to stay as long as you want. Just so you know. As long as you want.
okay. And he turns and walks out the door. All right. Obviously, to you, he's obviously very autistic. Not like anyone else you've ever met.
He is very, very, very smart. And very good at what he does. He's just not good at social stuff.
You hear over the ship.
He
You hear
is
a groan.
going to be out for a couple of days. He's not going to be well.
Rosa stands up. Shall I take him to his bunk?
Yeah, you can do that, but come back afterward. I'd like to talk to you.
Very well. Your Majesty. He picks Kazab up and turns and walks back in the ship.
That should protect you,
Thank you.
at least from most people.
What about the one on the other side?
Which one?
The one in charge of everything?
The one that starts with the G?
Yeah.
He's a time god, and his crystalline sphere, I don't know how that would translate to here.
Well, he just told you he can't protect you from a time god.
He said he couldn't protect your time gods, so I really don't know the answer to that question. But if he shows up here himself, we have more problems than just him sending you guys back to the correct time.
Just sending a fleet is bad enough.
With the GM,
Yes.
would crystalline sphere theory put a roll on that and tell me if it works the same?
If what works the same?
If his powers are the same in this crystalline sphere as they are in his.
It might.
For being
It
a
very
time
well
god.
might.
Oh, it has an NA next to it.
Crystalline sphere theory depends on certain things. So, the reason it has an NA on it is because crystalline theory is about basic knowledge of crystalline spheres. If you're wanting to know something specific about somebody from another crystal sphere, I'm going to have you make a roll. So something like wisdom, I would say.
Wisdom roll?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, remember how we had talked about that some of those NAs,
Yes.
do you recall
I
that?
do.
Okay.
You.
That
It
is
depends on you.
that is a specific GM thing on what each one wants to do in that situation.
I made it.
Any god that comes into a crystalline sphere will still retain their powers from the form of crystalline sphere that they come from. Whether or not that would be a fight or anything like that once they got here is another.
So she'll say that out loud.
Okay.
His powers will be the same if he came into this crystalline sphere. His powers would be that as a god, his powers would be exactly the same. There might end up being a battle to keep them, but initially they would be the same.
Interesting.
Which I suppose is why he made so many moves to take out as many gods as they could to maintain their status in the future.
I should say that makes sense, but you can't really kill a time god.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to kill a time god.
I can tell you that Tarnak was killed and he's still around because he's a time god.
Waiting for the map to load, but
Gods don't really die.
I don't know about that. It depends on their spheres, really.
I apologize. This is a huge map. It's going to take just a little bit, but in the meantime, Cesar will say that ever since the ship has been here and I've cleaned out this cargo bay, it's felt creepy. It felt like I felt like somebody's watching me.
Do you really?
Yeah. I'm not saying that that's true and that's really what's going on, but that's how it's felt. Like somebody was watching me.
Interesting. They probably are. Ren would say we just need to wait for them to return because that's the one who knows about this, and I don't think that we should touch anything without his presence.
I'm not going to touch it even if he's here. But
This is dangerous magic.
Also, the king has said that nobody's to be in here for no big length of time.
right.
If people pass through, that's fine. But he's basically told me that to keep an eye on it and not allow people to come in and out of here and stay here.
This is what Cesar is saying?
Yeah,
Ren
Cesar.
would say he sent us up here.
I know.
We just came from speaking to him.
Yes, Her Majesty told me that, but Risa will say, I'm not exactly sure if I have any expertise to add to this, but I can tell you that my mind powers don't seem to be able to go into this ship and look inside of it.
That's something. That's actually something big.
Zav gets taken to his.
Yeah.
Zen's like, are we trying to figure out how this thing works, or
If
Ren would say, Faye sent us up here to see if it had shield.
and I'm looking to see if there's anything that would be useful that could be adapted to Sub Rosa.
Right.
Unfortunately, unless we can get a hold of this metal,
Well,
she's going to go to the back of the ship and look back here this way.
Ren would say, didn't Kazav just say that Rosa could absorb information? So she might be able to, at the very least, absorb a blueprint of some kind or the information about the vehicle.
Agreed.
Like I said, I don't want to do that without Zed present.
Right.
so? You're gonna go behind it, Cora?
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, not touching
Right.
anything.
Penitent's in here.
In fact, if she sees Penitent try to touch something, she's probably going to smack his hand.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't touch anything. He knows better.
Yeah.
He's not touching anything.
And there's no indication whatsoever of propulsion.
Risa says, I was trying to discover if that was true or not. At that point, Rosa will come in. After she takes him to his bunk, she comes back out. Admiral,
Hey, Rosa.
you needed me?
We're just waiting on Zed. I don't ask you to do anything until he gets back.
Zed, you actually no, you guys are done. You come back in, right?
Okay.
It was
Yeah.
Eris that wanted. Eris
Yeah.
wanted to talk to Rosa, not Ren.
Huh?
I thought it was Eris that was going to speak to Rosa, not Ren.
That's right. It was Eras. So yeah, she would come back to speak to Eras, and Eras is there. You guys are back in here.
Okay.
And she would ask her, Your Majesty, you need to speak with me?
My brain just totally blanked.
Blueprints, information taken from bracelet.
That was what Ren was saying. It was something else.
Neo.
That's what it was. She would ask her, are you?
Of course, Your Majesty. I have not completely evolved to the point of you being in need. I am incomplete. Luckily, someone evolved me to a point to where I could become them. But what I was and what I am are two different things.
Hmm.
I am not you, nor am I her. I am something else. Just as she is not you and you.
You're the first I've met since the collapse. I was just curious.
I do believe I'm the first.
Are you?
Yes.
She would smile really big. Okay.
Much magic was discovered in so many different locations when it became new again.
Mhm.
Accidents happened.
Yeah, of course.
I am one of those. I feel for Rosa from time to time, but she's still here.
She's still present within you.
I am Rosa. We are Rosa.
I am Batman.
Right. Carry on.
Of course.
Dead. What
Yes.
powers this? What powers this ship? What propels it?
Hopes and dreams. I don't know. Moves. Can't explain it. It just does. It almost feels like the universe moves around it. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it.
Penitent will say, it feels like space moves. You don't move.
Yeah, sort of.
Almost like dimensional folding.
Yes.
Interesting. But it still has to have a source of power.
A superior form of dimensional folding.
Yeah.
Folding that can go forward or backward in time.
Right?
Very interesting, Your Majesty. Admiral, this is one of the most interesting things I've ever looked at or studied.
So
I must know more about this. This
Yes.
could improve our knowledge and our protection and our weapons and our shields. And we need to know, Your Majesty.
well, could Rosa study this and maybe learn something from it? And perhaps help our own systems without doing anything with this ship?
Rosa says, what ship?
How about that?
Ryan would say the ship that's right here that we're all looking at.
She can't see it.
You can't see it?
No. This ship? And she touches the ground? The Sabrosa?
No. Ren will stop and she'll kind of. Why can't she see it, guys? There's a ship right
It's,
here in front of us that you can't see. I
it's the
suppose.
metal. It's the shielding.
Oh, it's immune to magic.
I see no ship.
Eris would say, she's made of magic, guys. She's Neo.
Yeah.
I can see it, though.
Telepathy Rosa, a picture of what it looks like.
I had a dream about that ship when I was wearing the bracelet.
Interesting.
It's right here in the middle of all of us.
That checks out. Rosa, do you remember when we discussed the memory flooding when I was trying to build things?
I'm sorry, I can't talk about that. Do you have another question?
Ryan would look at Zed and say in his head, did you tell her not to talk about it? With anybody, me or you?
Yeah,
There's other people present.
that's fair.
And Car just does this.
Penitent walks over to her and he's like, Sabrosa, you cannot see this ship and you can't talk about that subject? And she's like, that is correct. That is correct, Chief. There are casters here, right? Penitent says, if you don't mind, I wonder if we could test magic against the ship and see what happens. There are all kinds of experiments that we could do to find out information about this ship.
What do you?
Car just says, I don't have any spells, so.
Eris would say, I don't think that we should do this haphazardly or chaotically. We need to be very careful. This is time magic.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. In a very controlled environment. There's a bay off engineering we could take the ship to, and that would be more controlled than this area.
And Eris would also look at Penitent and say, you would also have to get authorization from the king to do so.
Very well. Whatever we need to do, Your Majesty.
Eris is gonna telepathy.
Okay.
Let's see. So, number one, Rosa can't see the ship.
Why?
We think it's the metal, but we're not sure. This metal is like the opposite of vulcanite. It's meant to deflect magic. Very strange. I've never seen any metal like this before. None of us have. This engineer
Penitent.
is wanting to do experiments on it.
No. No. Absolutely not.
Okay. I'll tell him no.
You need to discuss with Ren about it. Ren is in charge of it. Let
Yeah.
Ren deal with that.
I have this feeling like if nobody was looking, that he would do it anyway. So
Well, that's not acceptable.
I don't know if he would
I can
or
tell
not.
you. I can tell you. You're probably correct about that. He has had some issues in the past. There were over 30 deaths because of something that he created when he was ordered not to. He was actually in the brig for some time. The only reason he's out is the Holy Hosts conscripted him on the ship because he's a very talented engineer. He thinks outside the box. And I guess the Holy Host thought he was perfect for the Sub Rosa. He also works really well with the Arcanite Stone with Rosa.
Sweetie, she's an evolved Neo. Rosa. She's a being. She's not just
By what definition?
she's an evolved Neo. She's the pieces that I scattered when I put the Nexus away. She's those pieces that have collected that together.
From the reports that I read, she was actually a mage.
Yeah, she absorbed her.
Mm-hmm. The arcane energy absorbed the mage, and she became possessed by magic.
The Neo absorbed her.
Okay, all right.
I just think it's super interesting.
Yeah, sounds interesting for sure. How does that help us right now with discovery?
So she can't see it. She can't see the ship.
Okay,
I don't know why.
I know you said that, but so if she can't see it, magic's not going to work on it. Is that what you're telling me?
I
Like
think
it's immune to magic?
I think so.
What's it run on? What?
We don't know. We can't.
Hope the Dreams already said that.
They're wanting to do experiments on it. They're wanting to do experiments on it to try to learn that.
Hey, don't say they when one fucking crazy guy.
I think it's very important that we're as careful as possible.
So how would you like me to move forward?
How many people are involved right now with this?
1,
Too many.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 10 people in this room, not including myself.
That's probably
Too many.
7 or 8 too many.
Yeah, Carteresa's getting ready to leave, so
Just said 6, guy.
So, what do you want me to pick? 4 people? Make everybody else?
4 to 6 is probably it. So we need experts. I'm not sure. You want me to come there? I mean,
No.
Who do you trust? Who do you think? Can you figure it out? I mean, so Zed has powered this craft. He's been in it. He knows the most about it. So he's wearing the bracelet. So maybe allowing him to try to discover more about this thing.
Okay. So as of right now, make it to where he's the only one who's allowed to do any type of experiments on it.
Don't let anybody touch it but him. Yes,
Okay.
that's for sure.
All right, I can do that. No casting spells on it, no touching it, no nothing.
Casting spells.
Yep. Pentinent tried to convince me to let him cast a spell on it to see if it was immune to magic, and I told him no.
Yeah, we don't want to hurt it. We don't want to. I mean, if we, yes, if we could reverse engineer it without destroying it or causing it any damage, yes, but we don't know enough about it. It sounds like if it's immune to magic, then it's not made of magic. What the fuck is it made of?
I have no idea.
Look,
There's no propulsion system. There's no nothing.
you're a druid. You should be able to kind of figure out the materials or whatever. I don't know. It's Rin's ship, so she's in charge, other than you.
Okay.
Use your expertise, and you can take care of this, right?
Yeah.
I'm still dealing with Dusty. It's, you know how it is.
I told
And
him
now
he could
that I'm
stay as
king,
long
he
as
just
he
wants to
wanted.
talk and talk and talk about the old days. About he wants to make fun of things. He wants to. He's talking about the book that he buried underneath the fire and the ashes right now. That's what he's talking about. You know what else he brought up? Gidget. He wanted to talk about Gidget.
He misses you.
Yeah.
You know you're his best friend, right? Maybe you should take the time, spend some time with
I have not seen him in a year almost.
So, this is
And you're
Dusty.
telling me I'm his best friend?
This is Dusty, sweetheart.
You know how to make somebody feel bad. I feel terrible now.
He loves you. I know you got things going on, but be
All
gentle
right.
with him.
I'll talk to you.
Okay. You can do other things while you do that. Bring him with you.
I can. Yeah, I guess I can.
Okay.
All right, keep me updated.
I love you.
I know.
Really? Listen here, you're not fucking Han Solo. You better watch it.
Who? You mean Chevy?
Mm-hmm.
Chevy Harrison?
Uh-huh. Okay. So she's gonna stop and she's gonna look at everybody in the room. She's gonna say, okay, so by order of the king, nobody except for Zed is to experiment on this thing, cast any spells on it, or touch it.
And like kind of looks dejected. He's like,
And she'll look over at Ren, she'll say, Ren, you're in charge. This is your ship. That's what the king said. And she'll look at Zed and say, he said that of course if we can learn about it, reverse engineer it, those types of things without damaging it, that's something he wants to do. But he doesn't want anything done with it until you can discover more information about
Is that about telepathy, Sub Rosa? Or Rosa?
okay.
Rosa, do you have access to schematics on the ship from when you were attached to the bracelet? Or
I
bracelet
do.
was attached?
I do, Commander.
Chief.
Or Chief, yeah. Chief, right?
Chief, yeah.
Yeah, she would say, I do, Chief.
Do you have information on like, how deep do the schematics go? Do you know it? What do you know about the ship?
The ship is run completely on
Hopes and dreams, hopes and dreams, hopes and dreams.
huh?
Said hopes and dreams, hopes and dreams.
No. She says it's completely run on will.
Close enough. I was right.
you were.
It is focused through the bracelet. The material that it's made out of, there's nothing like that here in this crystalline sphere. It's from somewhere else. She tells you that it folds space and time. The vessel does. She tells you technically it could fold space and time from one crystalline sphere to another, but then she starts to go into this big, long mathematical equation about not knowing whether or not it would cause rifts and various other effects within a crystalline sphere.
He'll slow right. Okay, I don't need that detail, Rosa. Do we have enough information that if we wanted to reverse engineer anything, shielding, weapons, anything like that, that we could?
She says that there's no way to reverse engineer it. That we don't have the materials and we don't have the ability to create what this vessel is. That it was created. That it was created somehow, and that the materials used in its creation we don't have.
So
She would guess. She would guess that it was created by a god of time. Is what she told. That'd be her guess.
Eris would say out loud, is this material dangerous or explosive or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, he was already going to ask if she feels like there's any dangers as far as the ship being
The materials.
materials wise.
You ask her that?
Yeah.
No.
It's not reactive or explosive or anything like that?
No.
Yeah. Zed will come out of the telekinesis.
As a matter of fact, it's immune to such things.
Yeah. Zed will say actually it's completely immune to that. And it was willed into existence.
And it's also immune to magic.
And its weapons are invoked through will in the bracelet.
Yeah, I'm going down the list.
No, I'm just telling you what Sabros.
Yeah.
She's telling you the weapons are a reflection of your will.
And the shield's the same thing.
Well, there is no shield. The material itself is immune to any kind of damage or explosion or concussion, and it won't pass by it. It nullifies anything like that.
So it basically nullifies all things and bends space time anyway if it wanted to. So
correct. So like if you were to cast a fireball at it, it doesn't just reflect off of it. It just hits it and nothing happens.
yeah, it just dulls it out like it's a candle being snuffed out. I got you.
Yeah.
So wait, and when you say the weapons are like of my will, so if I was like shoot fireballs, are fireballs gonna come out or
so whatever
elements, that kind of thing?
whatever it is that comes out the weapons, you don't know because you haven't tried it. And
Yeah.
Rosa will say the same thing. She hasn't tried it, but she has a feeling that it's your will, meaning that there's some sort of energy that comes out of the ship from you when you use the weapons. She would tell you that it's not made for combat. It's not.
Yeah.
It's made to move through space.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Yeah.
But when she's talking about as far as his will, does that kind of like the same thing he felt when he was in the Necrothian body controlling the Necrothian ship? Like he just willed things to happen?
Kind of, yeah, very similar. But actually, when you think about it, you realize that the ship isn't only attached to your will, because when you went into the future,
Mm-hmm.
it went on autopilot.
Yeah.
So there's something else
There's a higher will out there.
There's something else that controls it as well.
Foresight?
Okay. She's going to cast Foresight. Eris is?
For that
Okay.
action right there. No harm?
No, you can't do it.
I can't do it?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
And Zed will look at Ares and say, Your Majesty, there's no way for us to reverse engineer this. It's not possible.
Eris,
Hmm.
you feel a time distortion
Mm-hmm.
in this room.
From what I did, or just in
Yeah,
general?
like when you do that, that's what you feel is a time distortion in the room, and then it goes away. She casts a spell. That's all you guys see, and then you see her take a big deep breath.
Okay.
You're all right, Your Majesty?
Yeah. Mm. I felt a time distortion. I wanted to know if I could recreate this metal using druidic magic. And so I used foresight to see if I could. And the answer is no, I cannot, which is very, very bizarre. A 9th level druid spell should be able to do such a thing, and it can't. And when I did that and used foresight, there was a time distortion. Sure.
What does that mean?
Time to go.
I don't know yet.
That somebody else became aware that you cast that spell. That's what it feels like.
Mm-hmm.
Now, who it was, I don't know. It was either
Was it
one
cast
from-
on the ship?
no, just on myself, which is weird. It could have been
About the ship?
one of 3 gods. Either the one from the future, Sal, or Tarnak. I'm not sure
Nice.
what.
I'm fairly certain that the one from the future willed this ship into existence.
That was probably. But thank goodness we have some protections here. So
And the ship,
this is dangerous. Messing with this at all is dangerous. He's going to know it.
I think
I can tell you, it's powered by his will and the will of the pilot.
She's going to switch to telepathy and say, let's do the rest of this in our heads, you guys.
May
From
I be
now on.
used?
Me
Will you
too.
go Inside.
I'm
Of
done.
course. Thank you.
I'm done.
Okay.
She'll grab Reese's hand and then grab Dara's hand or
Doll.
Doll's hand and
Okay.
Yeah.
time to go.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go.
Doll, Risa, and
Kara.
get the hell.
All the hell hair on her entire
Yeah.
body stood up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Zen will walk over to Ren and start talking to you. In your head, she's like, "This isn't right. This is very dangerous.
I don't think I want this on our ship.
Then let's get it off. Let's get it off.
This is not safe. This thing is. She would say that out loud. This is not safe, and I don't know if it's a good idea for it to be on the ship. I think that it's a security risk.
I can move the ship away, and if ever we want to, I can pull it back to anywhere that I want.
Well, maybe we should. And this is when she said, maybe we should consult the king and see if there's a spot that we can put it that's not on the ship.
Up Asmo's butt.
There you go. Last 1,000 years in the future.
Make them Gemini's problem. Unless they're friends, dicks.
What did he say?
Unless they're friends, dicks.
Yeah. So Cesar says, I happen to agree with you, Admiral. Ever since it's been here, it's been weird and strange. I have not felt comfortable with it on board.
Okay. Eris knows if she telepathies Bay again, he's gonna get all fucking bitchy with her. She knows. She's like, I don't want to contact him. They.
Yeah.
So. Number 1, I cannot recreate this metal with druidic magic. It is not possible. Number 2, I tried to use foresight to see if I could, and something looked at me. I'm pretty sure it was the one from the future. Pretty sure he saw me look at that. Nothing happened, but I felt a time distortion in this room when I did it. I cast a spell on myself. I used foresight. It shouldn't have happened.
The ship's dangerous.
Number 3, everybody's freaking out and Ren doesn't want it on himself. Everybody thinks it's a security risk.
Can Zed pilot that thing?
Yes.
And he,
Do we have somewhere we can put it?
well, deep space. He can call it to himself, right?
Yeah.
Ask him if he can.
She'll look. It's like you can call it to yourself, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
And if he can call it to himself, he can put it anywhere. If it,
It's a deep space.
somewhere hidden, yeah.
She'll look at Zed and say, they want you to put it in deep space somewhere hidden. That's what he said.
Just somewhere.
That's what he said.
Use it as a missile to fly right through the Necrothian ships.
He would telepathy you, Zed.
Uh-huh.
And he would show you a location in space where there's an asteroid and what looks to be some sort of cave. And he would say, as far as you know, you're just going to put it somewhere in deep space, but this is where you should put it. As far as anyone around you should know, it's just going in deep space, including Her
That
Majesty.
asteroid look familiar.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
He says, including Her Majesty Eras. Only you and I know this location currently.
Very well.
That is a dangerous ship, and I know you know that. But it's also a very powerful weapon that is on our side now.
I do have worries that it can be taken back if that fleet does show up, Majesty.
Well, you probably wouldn't be able to stop it no matter where it was if that was the case.
True enough.
Currently, you're connected to the bracelet, right?
Yes.
So you'll know if anything happens to it.
I should, yes.
I don't see this as something that would be a weapon against our enemies in the future, but I do see it as something that we can use against the Necrothians or others around us currently.
Agreed.
So it's both a security risk and a weapon.
A lot of weapons are, Your Majesty.
Yeah. Yes. I guess get it off the ship and take it to that location, and everybody else in there, I'll tell Eris that they should just go about their business.
Very well.
It's Lefty. Yeah, get everybody out of there, except for Zed, and let him take care of it.
Okay. Yeah, Eris will tell everybody, you guys are free to go about your business. Just smile.
Okay.
And she'll turn around and walk out.
Okay, Zen will grab Ren's hand and Sir George's hand and exit ship.
Walk in, Ren will look at both of them and be like, so my mom is an absolute sweetheart, but my dad is an asshole.
Zen smiles. She's like, oh, I don't think he's going to be that big of an asshole.
Oh, you have no idea.
Wait till he meets me.
He's a handful.
We're going to get along just fine.
Oh, I hope so.
So George looks worried. So you walk out. So so penitent leaves, kind of disappointed. You can tell he leaves and goes back to engineering. So it's just you and Sub Rosa and Cesar that's in the cargo bay right now. Zed.
Does he feel like he can remotely move it, or does he need to pilot there and then?
So he should probably let Cesar know and open up a
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as that goes, I meant him having to pilot the ship there, like in the
You don't
ship,
think-
or do they?
You don't think you have to pilot it. You think
Okay.
you can just command it to do so.
Okay, then he'll ask, Cesar, can you open up the bay to let me release this ship?
Of course. You get it all taken care of, opened up, and it goes out. You're in Queensland, so where do you send it? Straight up, or
Well, I mean, around Lux if it's directly above us.
yeah, don't take it right into Lux, but like
Yeah.
you sit it up and yeah. So you know where the location is. You can see it and you can send it there.
Be free.
All right.
Don't be free. Go where I tell you. You go where I tell you to, ship.
It will. It goes right where you tell it to. And you realize you can call it to yourself still. The location that's away from you, it takes the ship maybe 15 minutes to get there.
All right.
It's
And
not
they'll-
that far away.
So telepathy way back. Say, Your Majesty, it's done.
Good job, Sid. We are we're a little nervous about the ship. If you feel like you want to try to learn more about it out there in space, be my guest and just let us know what's going on and how much you know, what you've learned. Sound like
Say that, absolutely. And I will say that Rosa does have a full schematic stored in her memory that's accessible from myself and Admiral Wren.
Oh. Okay.
It is. I learned quite a bit myself.
You learned more than you knew, right?
Yes.
So now we know a little bit more about the enemy and we should discuss all those things. Unless I suppose I could get it from Sabrosa. She'd probably be able to tell me in more detail.
Oh yes, she has formulas of detail she could go into.
As Pentanet leaves, Eris would tell Zigzag to follow him quietly and watch him, and let her know if he's doing anything suspicious or weird.
You left him in the other room. Right?
In this room.
Or in this room?
As Pentanet goes to leave, she says that.
Okay.
And then she'll tell Ryan that she's going to leave her familiar on the ship.
Okay. All right, you guys get the ship out of there. Everybody goes back to where they were.
Crazy that Eris can't create that. That's never happened before. She can create fucking Vibram and Vulcanite.
We're going to take a quick break real quick. We've got about another hour left. But we're going to take a quick break real quick and we will be right back, you guys.
Sorry, I got a tingle.
See you in a second. And we're back.
What?
All right. When you guys come back into the top floor up there, Rayla and Timmy are sitting down at the table. When you guys walk in,
Fucker, you didn't count down. Had to be your
Eris will smile. Say, excuse me. She'll
Christy.
walk through. She'll go
Okay.
back downstairs.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh, wait, we're gone.
Okay. You go back downstairs?
Yep.
Okay. So George will
We're right
walk over to the pool table and say, "Hey, you know what this is?"
Run a walk over there. No.
So then,
It's a game, right?
yeah, it's called pool.
Do you know how to play?
I do.
Do you want to teach me?
Sure. And Zin's like, "Teach us both." And he's like, "All right." And he starts racking them up and showing you. So Risa Doll and Kara. Doll, you see Timmy and Rayla. They're like, "Hey, Doll.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. Good. We figured we'd come and see what was going on. We heard that Kara is healed." And Timmy smiles and Rayla's like, "Yeah. Amongst others, that's wonderful news." So they succeeded.
They did.
They did.
They did. Flip jumped up on the table and did a happy dance. You guys missed it. It was great.
They both giggle. Timmy's like, "Yeah, that guy's a character, I tell you."
He's wonderful. I had to spend a lot of time with him in the year that I was gone.
Yeah,
I did.
he's quite the ham. I was cutting jokes and shit. He's a little guy with a big ass bow. He's comedy just with that bow.
Yeah.
It's bigger than he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's going on? You checking the ship out? What's up?
I don't want to talk about that. It's creepy as fuck.
Rayla's
Really fucking creepy.
creepy on the ship.
Ren will kind of. She won't look at Doll, but she'll telepathy and say, "Don't say a word to them, please. It's neat to know. Don't talk about it."
It's beyond my security clearance, so
Oh, one of those things.
I'd rather hang out with you guys and have fun until we get sent out of here. Because my understanding is that there are 2 more motherships from our enemies, and I'm not sure what's going to happen.
Oh,
But
hell no.
I don't know. I don't know. You know, Erez will probably keep me here. She said I have to start etiquette training tomorrow, and then I'll have basically princess classes that I'll have to be going to.
Oh, you're gonna have fun with that, Rayla says.
I don't know.
So basically, you just use the stick and hit the white ball into the other balls.
Yeah. Crack. You hear it. You hear the sound. You know?
That was Kara jumping.
Yeah.
What the hell was that?
That seems easy.
Yeah. He starts explaining it to you. Well, there's 2 types of games. There's 8 ball and there's 9 ball. And he starts explaining it to you. So you go over and sit down with them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good seeing you, doll.
You too. I'm so glad you're better.
Thank you.
Is there a bar in here?
There is.
Ren's gonna go over and grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As many wine glasses as there are people.
Okay.
Set them on the table.
Okay.
Pour 3 glasses of wine for the 3 of them, and then set the bottle down
Okay.
for everybody else.
All right.
Hand it to them.
Kara looks up at Risa and says, "You know, I owe you something. Let me see your left hand."
Reason eyebrow, hold her hand up.
She puts the ring that she's been waiting to put on for some time, and as if you still want it. The engagement ring.
She looks at it like, wow. Look, you guys. Still damn buddy. Yeah,
Congratulations.
thanks. Thanks. She's making me an honest woman.
I don't know if that's possible.
Congratulations, you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. We yeah. It's been going on for a while, obviously.
You guys aren't sneaky. Princess.
Of course not. Of course not. But Carter's feeling better now, so yeah. Awesome. Yeah, so we're gonna, I guess we're engaged. I guess that's what that means.
We're legitimate now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you got a wedding to plan. That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
She nods. There's a lot going on right now. We should take our time.
I'm not in any hurry.
Yeah.
So I'll get up and go get the wine and wine glasses and pour one for the
Okay.
rest of us.
Right. All right.
Pass them out.
Timmy's like, how strong is that?
It's just wine.
Is it really strong or?
I don't know. She'll take a drink. It's just wine.
Yeah, but yeah, after what happened last time.
Yeah. Well, don't. You don't have to. It's good to be able to say no to your peers.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, no, then.
She'll hand one to Rayla.
Runs back at him, but she kind of giggles.
Rayla will take both glasses.
It's all laughs.
Timmy looks at her like, better be careful with that. She giggles. Oh, I will. I will. Don't worry. And you can see that the two of them, there's something
shifted.
Something shifted. It's not obvious, but you know both of them pretty well. Something shifted.
Yeah.
Between the two of them.
Cool. She'll drink her wine.
Okay. All right.
Her will pour most of hers into Reese's and then hand it to her.
Okay.
Cheers.
Timmy says, so hey, you guys hear? I don't know if you heard, Admiral.
What?
The king took Pox off the ship.
Did he?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Nobody told me.
Yeah, I think he's being questioned. They took him in.
Yeah.
Yeah, some paladins came and took him in. Didn't seem fair to me, but what was I gonna say?
It's out of my control, Tim.
I hope it doesn't turn him against us.
Well,
Like, he was really on our side.
I don't know what it's gonna do, but he seemed upset a little bit. He didn't fight it, but he seemed upset a little bit. So maybe they'll talk to him, everything will be okay, and he'll come back. I mean, he did work for that guy. You know?
He flipped
Maybe.
sides, though, I would say. I'm sure he just has some questions.
Well, it's the timing, though. You guys going down there. And that's what Rayla said. And he looks at her and she's drinking. She's like, oh, yeah. Timing was interesting. I mean, we've all done some things we shouldn't do, or at least some of us have. And I'm sure he's done quite a bit. But then again, I don't know. You hear Sir George say, "He's a good king. Whatever he's doing, it's for a reason. He hasn't failed any of us yet."
See, he is a good king. I think that he's just doing what he thinks is best.
Well, we can't know what he's doing unless he tells us, and he didn't tell us, so it's really none of our business. I understand that he's on your crew,
Ren,
but I'm sure if you ask questions about it, I'm sure you get some answers. But
I'm sure he would tell me if I, but truly, it's not my place. If he wanted me to know, he would have told me.
meanwhile, Zed, are you going to stay in the ship, or are you going to come out?
Yeah, I mean, he was just going to ask for just the usual security report from Rosa if there was any concerns or anything that he needed attention on, and if not, then he was going to come out.
All right, so you'll come back in at that point, and you see they're playing pool and drinking wine.
And he'll just say, "Free and clear, Admiral."
Okay. Thank you for all your help, Zed.
Do what I can, Admiral.
Wine?
No, I'm good, thank you. I do see somebody's finally playing pool.
Yeah, he's teaching us.
Join in. So George
Do you
said,
want to play?
we can play teams. What? I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
I'd say boys against girls, but I don't think they know how to play, so that wouldn't be real fair. Zin's like, fuck that. You taught us how to play. Kick your fucking ass. She goes, rack them back up, big boy. She goes over and wraps her arm around Ren's arm and takes a big swig of her wine. And Sir George laughs and he goes over and he'll rack them up. And you guys start to play pool. Risa looks at you and she's like, "Do you want to stay or sit to hang out?"
What do you think?
Yeah, it's good to spend some time with the crew. It's been a while.
Okay.
You pull up your chair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, you guys just are kind of enjoying yourselves and having a good time. A few moments later, Rosa comes in and looks around at everything,
What's up?
Admiral. So I don't have a body to be able to drink wine, but I would love to come and converse with you all, if that's fine.
Of course.
He walks over here and sits down right there. Thank you, Admiral. Okay, so you guys are hanging out. Eras, you go downstairs and this is who's in here when you come in.
Are you in there?
Real quick, Seth, what do you do? You're up here, Bill, somewhere.
It's up this hallway.
Right here.
Before they head back to the den, he was going to. First, he wants to know, why are you so nervous?
There's paladins and public displays of affection before we're actually married. I can't. I'm a princess and I have to do things in a certain way.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I have a question. So
she starts walking down the hallway back this way. You follow her?
Yeah, he's good to go with it. I was wondering about buying a house for us after we're married.
I doubt that I will leave the castle.
No?
Yeah. I doubt that they'll let us leave the castle, especially with the security risks and things like that. She starts walking this way.
Well, I was thinking about the time after that.
I mean, why do we need a house? We got a whole. I mean, we could. I don't know. She comes into this door and.
Well, it's up to you. I mean,
Majesty, Majesty, Majesty. Majesty. Your Majesty. She's like, yes, Your Majesty. How's it go? She's like, I don't think that my auntie and uncle will allow that. I know we'd be married and be our own thing, but it's for security purposes. And especially right now with everything that's going on, I don't think it's going to be something that we should even think about. We should stay here where the protection is. If you want to buy a house for later and possibly if we ever need it or we ever want to use it, that's fine. But I think, I have duties with state and all of that. And yeah,
Yeah.
I just don't think she'll stop right about here as you guys come down. I just don't think that Uncle Ray and Harris will let us do that.
Okay.
And honestly, I mean, everything we would ever want or need is here, unless we want to go to the countryside sometime or something like that. Which I'm sure they'll want security to go with us. And you have to understand that after the death of the Queen, things are
Different.
And I'm sure you see her stop with this worried look on her face. She goes, and I'm sure Shogun wants me dead.
And your security is paramount.
I've been a little nervous. He made it in here before, when Doll and I were moving around the castle and looking at things while you guys were gone. I had mentioned to her how scared I was, and I'm terrified that he's going to send those assassins back in here. Now I know things in security have been beefed up since then. Things are different than they were, but I'm terrified.
You
wanna
take
know
her
the truth,
hand and
I'm not immortal anymore.
Mhm.
Speaking of which, he's awake too, which is also absolutely terrifying. To be honest, I'm a little bit jumpy right now. I don't want to leave the castle. I don't want to leave the keep. I want
right.
to be as close to this place as I possibly can.
Yeah.
And that's just the truth of the matter. It's not that I don't want a normal life, but Seth, we're never going to have a normal life. And around the corner, you see Eris come walking around the Queen, and you hear Majesty, Majesty. She comes around the corner. You see them.
Mhm. Hi.
She's like, hi.
She'll walk past him.
Okay. Majesty, Majesty. Yeah.
Like I said, it's whatever you want. And
Well,
if
no,
you're
it's not because of the situation. I don't want any of this, she says. But it's just the way it is right now.
right,
It sucks, but it is the way it is.
'cause we'll take care of those others. I'm not talking like next week, next month. I'm talking down the road.
Well, if everything goes as planned and the city grows and we get past the death of the Queen and our enemies start to get taken care of, then yeah, we'll look at that.
Yeah.
It would be wonderful.
Because
Anyway.
the house I was thinking of is going to take at least a year to build anyway.
No, there's this help.
Oh, well,
Queen
with
of
theirs
Build-
has helped that
Queen
take
of Build it
5
in
minutes.
one day. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I
This
don't want.
place is amazing.
I don't want a palace.
Yeah. I like living in the palace. So she said, let's go in and see what's going on.
Uh-huh.
Head that way. Okay, as you walk in,
It could be a palace on the inside.
bigger on the inside. Yeah.
Should go and sit down.
Um,
Don't see myself.
where you
Hopefully.
yeah, you don't see yourself.
That
My
would
bad.
be scary.
All right, you go sit down. You see Rava sulking over there. You look at Hedda and he's asleep by the fire. Clip looks over at you. And shakes his head like he just shakes his head like he,
Like he knows something with
like you're fucking with time or something. He like shakes his head like this. He's like,
She'll tell Effiam, I didn't do it.
did something. It's all
Not
over
on
you.
purpose.
It's all
All
over
I
you.
did was use foresight. Clip.
They
It's
look-
him.
So everything's secure?
There's still food on the table?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll
Yeah.
ask her if she wants something to eat.
Okay, so you guys come in.
Ian's gonna collect me, her daddy.
Mm.
Yeah, you get something to eat and then sit down over here and eat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you left your daddy.
Hey, Dad. Are you awake?
Well, I'm just sitting by the fire with a nice pipe and talking to your mother.
Oh.
Oh, dear.
Well,
She decided that she wanted to come by and bring you a. I don't want to spoil the surprise.
Oh, but I was gonna come see you. I can come right now. There's something I need to tell you and her anyway.
Come on along.
As long as I'm not interrupting, if the two of you are spending some time together, I don't want to do that.
Mm-mm.
Everything is perfectly okay, dear. Just come on home.
All right, I'll be there soon.
All right.
No fade. to
She's
black
gonna
or
stand
nothing.
up.
Okay.
Gotta go.
Well, we will see you tomorrow. I'll contact you.
Good night.
Have a good evening.
With like a pep in her step.
Yeah.
She kind of walks out.
Okay. All right.
She'll actually, so this is just a balcony right here, right?
It is.
She'll walk out this door
Okay.
and then just fly off the balcony
Okay.
and fly to her house.
All right. Flies across the city.
Mhm.
Okay. Lion, when you go walking past him and walk past Adric, they both look at you and like,
Have a good night, guys.
you as well. Like it's like a respect thing. You can feel that they respect you. And you walk past them. All right, you leave. Go to your house. Godwin, we
Yeah.
faded to black on you. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was unsaid. It's all good.
Yeah. All right, you go to your house and you come in. I don't have that map loaded up.
It's okay.
So
It's
you
okay.
come in the front door, or you come to the front door and you open it. It's unlocked, and you see a butler run up. He's like, "Oh, a lady."
Good afternoon.
Well, it's evening, but good evening. Yes,
Good evening.
yes.
And how are you today?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. Your mother is in the den with your father.
Oh, I was just about to go in there.
Oh, would you like something to drink, or some food, or anything?
Can I have some mint julep tea?
You can. I will make it for you immediately. And he smiles. He's like, just like when you were little.
Yes, please.
He goes on into the kitchen.
Okay.
All right. You walk in and you hear them laughing when you walk in. And over off to the side, you see this beautiful dress hanging. Absolutely gorgeous dress with shoes and sitting there.
To walk in.
She stands up and stops laughing immediately. She's like, "Stop." Man, it's fine. And your dad's come. He's like, "Come here, give me a hug." I've been hearing rumors about what you did.
You guys will never believe what we did.
Well, we have already been discussing the fact that you took care of a man,
We did.
and I hear that you were the bright and shining light of that encounter.
Well,
you did your best, and it was above and beyond as usual. we're proud of you. And he looks over at her. She looks at you and nods.
Thank you, Daddy.
She's like, I brought you a dress for your date for the ball.
I see that. It's absolutely gorgeous.
It ought to be. She smiles. It was quite expensive, but it would look wonderful on you.
Thank you so much.
And it will protect you as well.
Really?
Yes, it's magical.
Thank
I
you.
couldn't see you going to the ball after everything that's happened and being in no armor. So this will
I was a bit concerned about it,
Well,
but
this
you
will-
know.
protect you like your armor does. Made especially for you.
So are you gonna go?
Well, your father has asked me, and I have agreed. Evidently, we're going on a double date together.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that gentleman Geo that has been used for the Geo Niners has done a wonderful thing and come and given me a dozen roses this morning for
Really?
no reason whatsoever. And of course, I had to figure out what that was about, and your father's told me. Would seem this young man is courting you.
It would seem so.
Anyone that you agree with and your father agrees with, I'm sure, will be fine. Not to say that it isn't a bit strange because I work with him. Well, I work with them a lot. His clones.
He's much different.
That is what they say. Now, you know, I don't want to bring any ill towards the situation, but you know he fell from being a paladin, right?
I do. I do. I've been curious what that was about, but
Well, I can tell you if you want to know. I think it's probably important that you do know.
okay. She'll go and she'll sit down.
Okay. Over by the fire.
Mhm.
You sit down and the door opens to the kitchen and the butler comes in with your mint julep tea and hands it to you.
Take them.
Anything else, my lord? No?
No, thank you.
Go back out. He went against direct orders. And because of that, some soldiers died. He knew they would die. And it was to save one individual.
Well, what exactly happened? Do you know?
I do. I have the report. I can get it for you so that you can read it if you'd like. But he no longer works for the military. You know that.
I do.
Yes, he was kicked out for violating a direct order and having 22 of his fellow soldiers perish because of his decision to save one.
Were you his commanding officer?
No, thank goodness. That was
You know,
General Galactus was his commanding.
I would like to read the report, but I think I want to hear it from him first.
That sounds like probably the best plan. You will get both sides of the story most likely.
But thank you.
You will.
I appreciate you looking out for me.
You will. But as far as I can tell, the young lad is tip top, and I approve of you seeing him. And it seems that he has done everything that I taught you must be done for a courtship, and we will see if he continues to do so. But the most important thing is not that, it's whether you like him to. And if you do, then of course I will support your decision.
I like him so far.
We'll see what comes of that.
But to be perfectly honest, we haven't spent much time together, so we'll see.
You've never shown any interest in anything like that, so we will see. It's always been swords and armor things of that nature, not so much romance. As well. You've never been a girly kind of girl, so it's just been one of those things that we're hoping would happen, but it hasn't happened yet. But it seems it has. So your mother and I are here to support you too.
He's so uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's just absolutely uncomfortable. We'll support you. A double date would be the best way to start this endeavor, I would say.
Give you a chaperone.
We will be right there with you the whole way. Of course. Unless you don't want us to be there.
I appreciate you guys more than you know. It is 100% her plan once they get to that angelic ball to separate from the two of them. Not because she wants to be alone with Geo, just so you know, but because she wants the two of them to be alone.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
Just so you're aware, that's her plan.
All right.
She's not going to tell either one of them that, though.
Of course not. Of course not. So we're gonna go back into the den real quick.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
You guys are sitting there, and Rava,
Mhm.
you hear a very weak telepathy. Where am I? You hear Sagan's voice.
Am I supposed to tell him?
Are you okay? You need blood? I can do that. Give me a minute. I'll be there. Just look the car.
Okay.
Kara,
Hmm.
you have bottles of blood, right?
I have 4 of them.
Can I have some of them?
You can have all of them.
Where are you?
Where am I?
You're upstairs drinking and hanging out.
What room is this? It's
Straight
the
up.
crew room upstairs.
She'll just teleport from where she's at. Just real obnoxious, make everybody in the room jump.
Pop. Everybody kind of like, what the hell? You see them shooting pool. His head and
She lands, she's kind of laughing.
yeah.
She had her hand in a bag and
So
was like, what the hell?
do me a favor, Zed, roll 20.
13.
13 and 12 is 25. And roll 20.
High or low?
As high as you want. 18 from Zen.
Uh-oh. 10?
28. What did I say yours was? 25?
25, yeah.
All right. They're kicking your ass. The girls are kicking your ass by 3 balls.
Beginner's luck.
You got 5 bottles of blood.
5?
So you can have all 5 of them.
Raybo appears.
Real loud, obnoxious pop.
Yeah.
As opposed to.
Pulls them out of a bag and sets them on the.
She'll take them. She'll put them in a bag.
Okay.
Do you need
Close
healing?
it off.
Healing potion?
Thank you. She'll put it
Most
on her
welcome.
bag, on her belt, and then she'll teleport again.
Pop.
Okay.
And she'll go to where Sabian's at.
Okay. All right. You feed him to him.
Yeah.
He asks you to compel him again
She will.
because he says that he doesn't want to be compelled by the Ancient One, and that he's basically your compulsion's gone.
She'll compel him, and she'll do the same thing she did last time. You will not allow yourself to be compelled by the Ancient One.
He's back. When you feed those to him, he's like a kind of a half rotten looking corpse that's desiccated and all sunken in. He doesn't look right. You feed it to him, and as you start to pour the 4 bottles, you pour the first one, but for the first one, it doesn't do much. For the second one, that's just a little. Third one, he starts to actually take on some form. The 4th one, his color starts to change a little bit to normal. And then the 5th one, he starts to gain just a little muscle. And then after that, You're talking to him, you're clapping, you're talking to him, and you're compelling him, and you see him start to desiccate again. He's like, and you see his eyes close, and he's back into sleep.
Oh, that makes her bad. In telepathy, Adric.
Okay,
Hey,
yeah.
I know we haven't talked much, but I was told to talk to you about a problem.
Who told you to do that?
Clip.
Uh-oh. Okay, what do you need?
How do I keep a vampire from desiccating who's done too much blood magic? Is there a way to speed this fucking process up? No?
No.
Nothing I can do?
Well, there might be, actually, if you're willing to find another vampire that you don't give a shit about.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do I have to do?
There's a blood magic spell that you can, well, that he would need to cast it on them. And it would desiccate them instead of him. It's like transferring the curse of the blood magic to another vampire. There's a price for it, but it works.
Hmm. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Shit, disconnect.
Okay.
Since Lexi Gordon.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
you still got the fuck's his name? The one I bashed in the face.
Oh, yeah.
You still got him? Or any other vampire? I don't really give a fuck which, but
Yeah.
a vampire you're willing to give up?
Yeah. You can give him up if you want him.
Anyone.
Wow.
A stronger one, preferably.
Stronger one.
Like a strong vampire.
Well, the moment we take any of them out of these fucking cages, they're gonna fucking be compelled.
Well, I
by
can
the
compel
ancient.
him.
So you should come here if you want one. That guy's compelled right now by the ancient one. He's in a prison cell. There's some others are in some sealed prison cells that have not been compelled yet.
Okay.
If you want one of those,
Yeah, we'll do one of those. I'll be there in a second.
all right.
Just into the sanctuary?
Yeah, you can teleport into the sanctuary.
Wow. Yeah, no, she's not asking anybody's permission for Jack. She's
Okay.
not telling me.
All right, you appear. Gordon's there. Zara's there.
Hey.
Zara meets vampire.
Okay.
You want me to do it?
Yeah.
Come on, Riva. He'll take
Sure,
you back
go
into the back, take you where they're all locked up and everything, and he takes you to a cell where there's one, and he's like, "This one here."
Okay. She'll walk up to the cell and look at him. You, come here.
He can't. He walks up to the cell though. He's like, "He can't."
And she'll look him in the eyes.
Okay.
She'll try to compel him.
Okay. What's your compulsion?
Pupils go all tiny.
Roll the 12.
-12.
Oh. You get him.
All right, I got him.
Go unlock the door. Magic disappears off of it.
You will follow my every command.
We'll follow it.
You will not try to harm me. Ooh, I could get some blood. She looks important.
Blood?
Yeah. Dude, I'm trying to fix Sabian.
Um,
He's all fucked up. He's all fucking yeah.
come here. He walks down the hallway. He's like, "You can't tell me."
I didn't tell anybody. I didn't even tell Vay I was coming.
He opens this door and you go into this warehouse that is full of blood. And he walks over and he's like, "What do you want? Bottles, kegs, whatever."
A cake, I guess. She'll open a bag of holding.
Walks over, picks it up, and stuffs it in your bags. So There's no other way to keep these things fucking alive.
Oh, I'm sure it makes sense. Yeah. Sure. But he's too fucking busy. He didn't know where I'm at. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here before he wonders where I went.
Okay.
Thanks, dude. She'll teleport
Where to?
back to where she was.
As you're teleporting, you hear, hey, babe. Hey,
Hey,
what's up?
what do you mean?
You're up to something. I just felt you like,
I'm just worried about saving him, dude.
are you in the crew?
Yeah.
All right, whatever. I got shit to do.
Okay. She takes the vampire with her when she teleports.
All right. Okay.
She'll use the keg to pull out the keg. She'll use it to wake up Sabian again.
Okay. Start pouring some of it on him.
Yeah.
Okay. He's takes it in and wakes up enough to actually talk to you, like you know, he looks at you and he's like,
Hey,
this is gonna keep happening. What?
put it on him.
I've already got that spell active, even though they're not desiccated.
It won't be on him and the ancient one anymore if you do
No,
it.
but it's not working right now. Situation.
Well, I got this. She'll tap the keg. I don't know if that's gonna help, but
It'll only last so long. Like I can keep awake by doing that. Like it's constant. I need to have it constantly. You see him start to desiccate. Back out he goes.
she's gonna fucking flip out, man. Like that crazy laugh starts to come out of her. She's
Okay.
like, really?
All right.
She'll give him more blood. She didn't know what
Okay.
the fuck else to do.
All right. He wakes back up.
Tell me what to do. What the fuck do I do? She'll pull out like an empty bottle or something and fill it and hand it to him.
Where am I?
I can't tell you that.
He drinks some of it. Who's that?
The fucking guy that I was gonna have you put it on.
What?
Whatever's going on with you.
I can't do that. I put it on.
Your blood drain?
It's on somebody else.
That's what you told me. You already told me that.
Oh.
What is going on with you?
He drinks it. He's like, look, I'm being desiccated and dying over and over. I'm coming back.
Drink that. Here.
I am. He's drinking it as he's talking. All right. This could work, but I'd be taking it off of him.
Yeah, that's terrifying. I don't know if it's
I don't know if it'll kill this guy instantly. It'll desiccate for sure.
Well, I don't want you to risk doing that if it's gonna fuck up what you have going.
If I don't, he takes another drink. If I don't, then I'm gonna keep desiccating. And what good am I for that? Unless I just keep a bottle. I mean, I'm gonna go through that a day.
Whatever you think, I just wanted to give you the option.
I mean, I can hook up. There's ways to, but you don't. Yeah, that's so creepy. I can like inject it straight into me through tubing and
Like he
siphon,
does.
like he does, but I don't want
That's kind of a turnoff.
to. Jason again. He's like, look, I did what I had to do.
I understand. I understand. I'm not mad at you. I'm just fucking pissed off at the situation.
Okay, all right, then I'll take care of it.
I'm not mad at you. You fucking saved our asses back there. It would have
Step
been
back.
fucked if you wouldn't have done it.
Step back. He starts to cast. He downs the bottle and he starts to cast. And he casts a spell on this guy. And the guy immediately drops desiccated to the ground. And Sabian seems to be, he's really sick and he's really pale and white. Cheeks are really sunk in and everything. But he seems to be able to stand up, and he walks over next to me and says, okay, I'm going to need this for a little while.
Go ahead. We can sit here till you start to fucking feel better.
He starts drinking. That's where we're going to stop tonight. Drinking the blood. Unless, unless you got something else, you guys, that you immediately have to do.
I can wait till next game.
Yeah, I mean, really, the only thing else is Ed was gonna have to go to sleep at some point to rest for the next day. But
Okay. Well, we'll say that, we'll say that we can, when we come back, if people that want to sleep and stuff like that, because you had the night off and everything. If that's what everybody wants to do in speed time, we can do that till the next morning or whatever. But good games, guys. You had some great.
Might rummage through his room to see if there's any sunglasses at some point.
In your room, there might be. According to Eden, there are. So yeah.
Eras.
Or eras, sorry, there are. So yeah, good games, guys.
I don't know about sleeping, but Kurt will eventually take reset.
Yeah, and Fade to Black and all that. Yeah. Good games, guys.
It was a good game. I had fun, guys. Thanks.
Fun.
Good couple
You
games.
guys survived Mammon.
We did. We took
Took Mammon out. Good job.
Just glad I didn't die anymore.
Yeah. Madam Disarray, thanks for being in the chat, listening to the show. It was great to have you. Where am I? Yeah. Zed giving the suppository. That's great.
Yeah,
That was the ship. Yeah. I haven't seen any of those, so I'm gonna have to go back and look at that comedy.
Yeah.
But yeah, good to have you on here.
Y'all are crazy.
Good games, guys. Check us out at highestlevelofall.com. Look at the books and the system, the TTRPG. Buy a bundle and all that jazz. Share with your friends. Like, subscribe, share. Ding ding. Any questions, guys?
tons.
Tons.
Yeah, too many.
Too many questions. Well, that was episode 44. We'll be coming back for episode 45. There's only 7 episodes left in this season, folks.
True.
We had started where we were doing 52 episodes a year, 1 every week, but now we're doing 3 every week. So for season 5, we might switch to
Might extend that.
156, something like that.
We'll figure it out.
We'll decide. We'll decide, and go from there. Hope you guys had fun.
Yeah, it was a fucking blast. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Viewers, thanks for coming. We are Original GM. We will see you next week.
As the dawn breaks, shadows flee. In our victory, we are free. Timeless heroes, legends grand. Together we save this land. As the dawn breaks, shadows flee. In our victory we are free. Timeless heroes, legends grand. Together we save this land. This land.